Hey guys, Dr. Vic here. I want to share with you the 4 phases of care. Now watching this video, you're under most likely the beginning phase, which is the rescue phase. In the rescue phase, really designed, the whole purpose is that your body's in a crisis state. And the way I want you to think of that is think of it as a house on fire. Right? We got to get in there. We got to put that fire out as fast as quick as possible. We got to get all the flames down. We got to knock down doors, break down walls, whatever we have to do in order to get the fire out. That is the crisis stage. And that's why there's a certain frequency of what I recommend in the beginning, because based on your scans, your posture, and everything we did, your evaluation, your consultation, it told me how big the fire was and how much work we need to do to put it out. Once we put the fire out, once we're out of the rescue phase stage, we move into the second phase of care, which is called recovery. And the recovery phase is a very long process. It takes about 6, 8 months, sometimes 9 months to a year to really get through this phase. And it all depends on how much damage was done. And when we look at the recovery phase, you got to think of it as the fire being put out. And now we got the carpenter, the plumber, the electricians, everyone's coming in. And how much work do we need to do to put this house back together? Once we're done with the recovery phase, when we're kind of sliding out in a sense, we get into what I call the sustainability phase. Sustainability phase is anywhere from 6 weeks to 18 weeks. And what that is it's a time and process to let us know that we've cleared out a lot of the chronic subluxations, a lot of that patterning. We're kind of doing the finishing touches on the house, right? We've done all the work. The house is now nice and kept up. We got it back to its original form, more improved though. But at the same token, we just got to do some final finishings. And that can take 6 weeks to 18 weeks to finish all that. Once the house has been complete and it's really restructured, solid foundation, it's all been redone, that's when we move into what we call active care. Now, active care is really being proactive on your health. We don't wait around. We don't wait for something to get bad. We're going to go make sure we address it way before ahead of time. When things are starting to get stressful and we see patterns in the scans, we're going to change things up when we see those patterns so that we don't let it manifest and then a year later we have issues showing up, or 2 years or 3 years. We're going to address things in a very proactive way instead of a very reactive way of what we're used to in society today. And that's the basis of active care, is really that. We've worked up to where we've cleared out all this patterning and we've helped the brain improve, and now it's just micro improvements over time. And it's like having your house that's all been done and you constantly are working on it at such a slow pace to where it never really breaks down per se. Now, I wish I can say that about the body, but comes a point where it does break down. There is a limitation of matter. We can't replace things out of us to improve ourselves overall. Unfortunately, we don't have that technology, and I don't know if that will come, but it'll be cool if it did. But at the same token, when it comes to the house, we're always fine-tuning things. We're always changing it up, right? There's times where you're going to modify, where the modernize your kitchen or your bathroom or your bedrooms or your living room and so forth. And the same thing happens here with active care. We're always just little tune-ups here and there and minor improvements to continue along the way. So again, you have your rescue phase, which you're probably in right now, which is that fire going on, lasts anywhere from 4 weeks up to 8 to 12 weeks. And then we have the recovery phase, where it lasts a minimum of 24 to 26 weeks to anywhere up to a year, really, 52. And then you have the sustainability, which is kind of like the fine-tunings left in the house that we're just finishing touches, 6 to 18 weeks. And then we have primarily the active care, which is always continually improving, little at a time. Those are the 4 phases of care, what we do here at the Wellness Path. And I get excited because I get to see when you transition to each phase. It tells us that we're moving along and we're helping you evolve your nervous system and your brain. So it's really exciting. Hope you're excited as much as I am. But anywho, those are the 4 phases of care, just so you have a deeper understanding of what that is. And hey, any questions you may have, just let me know on your next visit. But again, until next time, this is Dr. Vic with the Wellness Path. Be well, live well. The choice is yours.